Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you've joined us today. You might be thinking, in what bizarro world am I living right now? What we're doing, my husband Mickey is my behind the scenes, wave at everybody Mickey. He's my cameraman and technical guru behind the scenes, and we thought it might be fun just to kind of give you a look at kind of the behind the scenes and what's going on and what we're doing with our new studio space. So we decided that we're going to take away our guest bedroom and create a new studio. So it's super important for us to create videos that are professional looking. So, our sound is important and our lighting is important, and there were a few enhancements that we wanted to make, and we just needed a little bit more space, and that includes me having a little bit more space to move around in, right? And so I can create some fun and exciting new videos for you guys. Now, obviously, we're not quite there yet. We're still a work in progress. And so what we're going to do is I have hand selected some greatest hits videos that we're going to upload. We'll upload those kind of as new videos, but they will be existing from our playlists. But you can take a look at those, and I hope that you will continue to participate. And if you don't particularly like my greatest hits and you want to just do a different one of your own, that is great too. Thank you so much for your patience while we continue to work building out our new studio, and I will see you soon. Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you've joined us today. We're coming to you from our YouTube channel, Bottoms Down Chair Yoga. So glad that you're with us. Now, if you haven't already clicked on that big red subscribe button, if you would do that, we would really appreciate it. It helps us out. Plus, it just lets you know when new videos are posted to our channel. Okay, we're going to work into our hips today. So we stay seated a lot during the day. We also hold stress in our hips. So we're going to be focusing in on this area, trying to open up those hips and lengthen those muscles. We will stay seated the entire time. So let's get started. We're going to come up in our chair. We're not leaning back. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to pull that belly button into our spine, really activate that core, keep those shoulders down, and keep that heart lifted. Think about having a string on the top of your head, and you're pulling that string up so that we're lengthening through the spine the entire time. And if you'll notice, the minute you start lengthening through that spine, the core automatically engages. It just does, right? So let's think about both of those things at the same time. All right. Next, we're going to think about taking our feet and grounding them into the earth. So we have those 4 pressure points we've talked about before, behind the big toe, behind the little toe, and the 2 points of the heel. Just think about having all 4 of those pressure points firmly grounded to the earth. The next thing we're going to think about are those sits bones. So we have those pointy bones that we sit on, and we want to make sure that we have both of those equally weighted on the chair. All right, let's close our eyes, flip our palms up, focus our attention on our heart center. Begin to notice the breath, just feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. Now begin to elongate that breath, inhaling a little more deeply Exhaling a little more completely. Move into your diaphragmatic breath. We're going to inhale, filling the lungs from the bottom up. The belly extends. Exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Push the air up and out of the lungs. Do that a few times at your own pace. And breathe normally. Let's do that belly breath one more time at your own pace, but see if you can make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. Go ahead at your own pace. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intention for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs. Open your eyes. Let the right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Drop the chin towards the chest. Left ear to left shoulder. And chin to chest. Go ahead and look out to the front of the room. Look over your right shoulder. Look center. Look over your left shoulder. And look center and roll your shoulders. Just feeling that stretch in the neck and in the shoulders. Reverse that roll. All right, let's move into a cat and cow. So we're going to place our hands lightly on our thighs, pull the belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, and really feel the stretch in the neck, the upper back. I even feel it a little bit in my arms and shoulders. All right, let's come up into that cow pose. We're grabbing the back of the chair. We're lifting our heart. Our shoulders are down. Just breathe. Don't worry about a yoga breath, just your natural breath. Okay, let's do that again. Round it down, belly button to spine. Tuck the chin. And go ahead and come up into your cow. Oh, that should feel really, really good. All right, roll those shoulders. Maybe do it one at a time. It doesn't matter. And reverse it. All right, very good. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide. We're going to take that other knee and let it fall down towards the floor into a crescent lunge, okay? So this is version 1 of our crescent lunge, and it's a great version, and you want to stay right here. That is absolutely fine with me. Think about pulling your belly in, lifting your heart up. You're looking over that right knee. Now, if you want to add on, we're going to take these toes and we're going to press them back behind us, okay? We're still lifting our heart up, all right? We're still looking over that right knee, lifting that heart. See if you can press the back of that kneecap up just a little bit towards the ceiling. Don't force it, just whatever works for your body. We're breathing. Let's release it. And we're going to do that one more time. Crescent lunge. Such a nice hip flexor stretch, right? So this big area all here, so it's not only that quadricep, but it gets up into that hip flexor muscle as well. All right, let's release it, and we're going to face forward. So it's the same leg that we were just working. We're going to stick it out in front of us into our pyramid pose. All right. So we're going to do a couple of pyramids and then we're going to add on. So we're going to extend the spine long, let the heart fall forward, feel the stretch into your hamstring. So this big muscle back in the back of that leg is the muscle that we are stretching right now. You should feel that pretty good stretch. Let's go ahead and lift up. And we're going to do that again. So we're going to start by extending our spine long. Then we're going to let that heart fall forward. Remember, place your hands right there on those thighs for support. That's fine. Keep the back flat though and keep the legs straight. All right, adding on. So the opposite arm. So right now, this is the leg that's out. So the other arm is going to come up to the ceiling. Up we go. Shoulders are down. We're going to extend it out towards the wall in front of us, and it's going to come down to the outer edge of that leg. We're going to bring it up. Inhale here. Exhale, down we go. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, let's deepen into that stretch. Just feel that movement. Remember, the arm is on the outside of that leg. Up we go. Keep that leg straight. Keep the back flat. We're going to hold this one. Hold it and breathe. So a little dynamic movement first, and then we're going to hold it and breathe. One more breath, and we're going to come up. How did that feel? Okay? Checking in, just seeing how things are feeling. You should have felt that in that big hamstring muscle. All right, so also as we're coming across the body, you're going to get a little bit into the hip, and then you're also going to be feeling a little bit into that side waist. All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to open nice and wide first, and then we're going to let this knee fall down towards the floor. So here is the first version of our crescent lunge. Your hands are just resting lightly here on this thigh. That's just fine. All right, so hold it and breathe. Gravity is helping. Do you kind of feel that where your knee is falling down a little bit towards the floor? So gravity is kind of helping us stretch right here through this thigh muscle. All right, now if you've got it, if it's available to you, we're going to push this foot back behind us, lift that heart up, and really feel that hip flexor there. So now not only are we getting that quadricep muscle, but we're working into the front part of the hip. And we're looking over those your other knee. I'll get it out here in a second. Lift your heart up and feel that stretch. Oh, yeah. I feel that stretch. Let's release it, and let's do it one more time. So kind of think about back of the kneecap towards the ceiling, only what works for you, though. So just listen to your body and release it. We're going to stick this leg out in front of us now, and we're going to move into that pyramid pose. Now, your toes are to the ceiling, okay? Opposite arm. Up it goes. Extend. Oh, you know what? Let's just do pyramid first. So extend the spine long and let the heart come forward. I was getting a little ahead of myself there. I do want to do a couple of just traditional pyramid pose before we add that additional in. So mostly it's just to kind of get the form, right? So we get a little bit of thinking about, it's kind of muscle memory for our brain. If we do it properly and come up nice and slow, right? Extend the spine, let that heart fall forward. So a little, paying attention, really close attention to our form, so that then when we move into our little bit more dynamic movements, the brain is like, oh yeah, I remember now, we're going to keep this form right. So that's the main reason that I like to hold. If I'm moving into a dynamic movement, I like to start with the static, is what we call it. All right, now let's do it. Enough talking. Come on, Carol, let's do it. Up we go. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come across over to the outside of that leg. We're going to inhale as we come up. Extend that arm long. Up we go. Out towards the wall in front of you. Down to the outside of that leg. Inhale, up we go. Extend it. Exhale, down we go. We've got one more like this. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, down we go. Hold it and breathe. Woo, hold it and breathe, hold it and breathe, hold it and breathe. Feel the stretch. One more breath, and up we go. All right, checking in. How's everybody feeling? Good? Okay, we're going to move into chair pose. We've done chair pose before. We're going to start with just being seated. So we're going to do three repetitions just from seated. And then we are going to add that one where we lift our tush up off the chair. But just remember, if you don't want to do that version where we lift up off the chair and you would rather keep your tush down, that is fine. Just keep doing it that way. All right, here we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Remember, we're going to press our palms together. So we're activating the upper body. In addition to belly is tight, activating all of these muscles through here. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to act like we're getting up out of the chair, but we're not. We're breathing, we're breathing, we're breathing. Hold, hold, hold. Everything is activated. One more breath and release. All right, I don't know about you, but I've got to make a couple of adjustments. My toes are a little bit too far forward, so I'm just going to bring my feet back just a fraction of an inch. I just needed a little bit more leverage, right? But I don't want the knees in front of the toes. But I needed to bring my heels back just a little bit. All right, here we go. Press those palms together. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, up we go. Act like you're going to get up, but don't. Breathe. Activating that belly. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe, 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 and release. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Inhale here. Exhale, up we go. Then we're just breathing. We're just breathing. One more breath and release. Okay. Alrighty. So you can keep doing that one. If you're with me, we're going to actually lift up out of the chair. Now, so again, making sure your knees are behind your toes. So we don't want the knees forward, but you do kind of want your feet back just a little bit. Okay. So that you can press, you want to be able to press down through those heels because that's what's going to give you the leverage to be able to lift up. All right. Bring your hands to your heart. Remember, you've got another option with your hands right here. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, up we come. All right. Bring your hands to your heart if that works for you, or you can leave your hands right here. Make sure your knees are behind those toes. Make sure your weight is back in those hips. We're holding and we're breathing. We're pulling through that belly button. One more breath and have a seat. Take a break. All right. Are we ready? Inhale here. Exhale, up we go. Woo, breathing. All right, breathing, breathing, making sure your belly button is tight, knees behind toes. One more breath, and down we go. Let's do that one more time. Inhale here, exhale up. Do you feel your quads yet? These big muscles? I do. One more breath, and down we go. Very good. How do you feel? Everybody feeling okay? Excellent. All right, we're going to move into a little bit of hip rotation now. So we actually did this last time. We're going to bring our knee into our chest and squeeze it. All right. So this is the very beginning of these hip rotators. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate that knee out. Okay. Do you see kind of what I'm doing there? Again, keeping the integrity of this leg. So I'm not changing the shape of my leg. I'm just simply rotating that knee out. Flex the foot. Press through your heel. Extend out. Now, I'm going to place my foot on the floor. Notice that my toes are still out to the side. Now I'm going to turn my toes to the ceiling, and I'm going to do that again. Bring those knee into the chest. Squeeze it. Let's get a little rotation in that hip. Flex that foot. Press out to the wall in front of you. Put that foot on the floor. Bring those toes up. Bring that knee in. Externally rotate. Flex the foot. Press through. Put that foot on the floor. Bring those toes to the ceiling. Last one. Let's do that one more time. Rotate it out. Flex that foot. Stretch. Put that foot on the floor, toes to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and do one more of this, just this stretch. Feel the stretch, and down it goes. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So we're going to bring this knee into the chest. We're squeezing it nice and tight first. Now we're going to do a little rotation. Everybody feel it? Is your leg in the same shape? All right, just checking in. Make sure giving you just a moment to check your form. All right, are we ready? Flex the foot. Press. Put that foot on the floor. Turn the toes to the ceiling. Bring the knee in and squeeze. Here we go. Rotate it out. Flex the foot. Press through the heel to the wall in front of you. Put that foot on the floor. Turn those toes to the ceiling. Bring the knee in. Rotate it out. Flex the foot. Extend. Foot to the floor. Toes to the ceiling. Bring it in and squeeze. Externally rotate. Flex the foot. Press through that heel. Put the foot on the floor. Toes to the ceiling. Bring the knee in and squeeze. All right. Good job. Woo, how does that feel, right? A little external rotation of those knees. So now we're gonna do a couple of things with our wide stance here. So first of all, just heel toe your feet wide. And this is a little different. We're going to take our knees and let them fall in, okay? So one of the things that happens in a lot of our work and in our poses is we do a lot of external rotation of our hips, but we don't do a ton of internal rotation of the hips. So that's what this is for. Let's go ahead and do I'm going to take my feet just a little bit wider. I think I have that ability, or it's not ability in the sense that I can do it. It's that my muscles are willing to let me do it. I'm going to bring those knees in. Yeah, now I feel it. I don't know about you, but previously my feet were a little too close together and I didn't really feel the stretch. Now I definitely feel it. All right, so we're just holding and breathing. That's all we're doing. This is a very static stretch. So we're just kind of feeling that internal rotation of those hips. Woo, they're moving in and feeling that stretch. All right, are we ready? Let's go ahead and open up those knees. All right, we're going to move into our straddle forward fold. So we're going to start, everybody put your hands on your thighs and just let your heart begin to fall forward. Keep your back flat. And this is whatever version works for you, right? So you've got to listen to what's happening in your body and stop at that 90 degrees. So when our back is parallel, or less, right? If it's less, that's fine, but don't go further yet, all right? Pull your belly button to your spine, tuck your chin, roll all the way back up to a seated position. We're going to do that just like that one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to let that heart fall. We're going to tuck our chin, and we're going to roll it up. I lied. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, belly to spine. Ooh, feel that stretch. Tuck the chin and come up. All right. Now, before we deepen that stretch, we're going to move into garland pose, malasana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my elbows to the inside of my knees, okay? So the fleshy part of my arm really is kind of on the inside of those legs, of the knees. Does that make sense? My palms are together. Now, this is a yin-yang kind of pose. So you're pressing in on your legs and out on your arms. So I'm pressing in, I'm pulling in on my legs. At the same time, I'm pressing away with my elbows, and my palms are together. And I don't know about you, but I really feel this one. We're breathing. One more breath, release it, and roll up to a seated position. Okay, we're going to deepen that straddle forward fold. So the next thing we're going to do, and remember, you can stay right here. Right? This is a great option, and it's just fine. If you want a little bit more, let's everybody place your hands on the thighs. We're going to come into it, extend the spine long, let that heart fall forward. So here we are in our straddle forward fold, version 1. Okay, if you want to move with me to version 2, I'm going to take one hand to the floor and the other hand to the floor. And I'm going to let my heart fall and my head fall. I'm tucking my chin, and I'm in a seated, straddled forward fold. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Roll yourself up nice and slow. and come all the way up and checking in. How do you feel, right? So getting the head below the heart can make you be dizzy. And if that makes you dizzy, then I would really like you to stay right here. It's fine, right? You're still getting a really good stretch. It's all good. You're just not getting the inversion, which is fine. You don't necessarily need the inversion, okay? All right, let's do that again. We're going to start with Malasana. All right, so come down into your version of Malasana. Remember, we are pressing those knees in as our arms are pressing out. Garland pose. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to release and go ahead and come into your forward fold, your version. Inhale here, exhale, roll it up. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Garland pose. Yin yang, pressing and pulling. Really feel that pressing in of those thighs, pressing out with those arms. One more breath. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, come into your version of forward fold. Inhale here, exhale, roll it up. Okay. Whew. How does everybody feel? All right, we got one more thing, and then we are done. Well, we got two more things. Sorry. All right, so if this doesn't feel good to you, you can stay at the edge of your chair. But if you're with me, all I did was I scooted back so that my tush is back to the back edge of the chair, and I'm straddling the chair, all right? So we're going to pay attention to knees and toes, right? So we want your knees to be right in alignment with those toes. And if this is too intense for you, this is too much stretch for you, just come all the way to the edge and get your legs where it works for you, to where your knees are in alignment with those toes. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let my heart fall forward. I've got my hands on the chair for support, and I'm letting my heart fall forward. All right, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come up. And we're going to do that one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, down we go. Inhale here. Exhale up. Adding on. Inhale here. Exhale, down we go. Maybe you place your hands on the floor and hold. And we breathe. We're not holding our breath. We're just holding the pose. You can let your head fall if that works for you. Inhale here. Exhale, up we go. We got one more of those. Inhale here. Exhale, down we go. Woo, yeah. Place your hands on the floor if that works for you, letting that head fall. Boy, you should be feeling this on those legs, those hips. Inhale here and exhale, up we go. So good. Very, very good, everybody. All right. Okay, so we're going to move into pigeon. And we're just going to cross ankle. You can cross ankle to ankle if you prefer. You can cross ankle to knee. We're going to extend our spine long and let our heart fall forward. And just feel that stretch. So it's a really good stretch back here, right? You feel it. All right, let's come up and rock our baby. And we're going to do pigeon pose again. Extend the spine long. Let the heart fall forward. All right, come up. We're going to give that little baby another rock. And we're going to do that one more time. You know they've got other versions if you want to do them. I'm just doing this one today. All right, let's do the other side. Here we go. Extend the spine long first and let that heart fall forward, keeping the back flat, feeling that pretty good stretch into the hip, glute, all this area. All right, let's come up. Extend the spine long. You can inhale here, exhale as you bend into it, and then breathe. Don't hold your breath. Oh, I forgot to rock the baby. That's okay. All right, now let's rock our baby, and we're going to do it one more time. All right, here we go. Extend, hinge, and breathe. All right, sit back in your chair. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And release it. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take another deep breath in. And full breath out. Meaningful, positive difference. Set a small goal and achieve it. Then immediately set another small goal and achieve that. Occasionally you'll have the opportunity to make big, sudden improvements. Yet always in every moment you are able to make small improvements. There's great power in doing so, because those small improvements add to each other and build on one another. The long and inexorable march of progress is not by and large a history of quick advances. It is a story of small improvements and improvements on the improvements made again and again. Today you can continue that beneficial story. Right now, several small improvements await your attention, your action. You don't have to wait one more moment for the chance to make a meaningful, positive difference. Where you are, with what you have, make a small improvement and set the process in motion. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Extend the left arm long. Flip the palm up to the ceiling and release it. Drop your chin towards your chest and release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Extend the right arm. Flip the palm to the ceiling and release it. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today, and remember we're now on our YouTube Bottoms Down channel. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.